In this video, I'm gonna share my top 10 mindset tips for letting go of things. Yeah, these are the lessons I've learned after years and years of living a simple life. Honestly, I wish I could go back and then teach this to my 20-year-old self. By understanding this, you'll change your mindset and letting go of things will become so much fun. And you'll be able to live a more fulfilling, simple life. Alright, let's get started. First, letting go of things helps you find your true self. When you let go of your possessions, for example clothes, have you ever thought, oh, these were part of my life. I feel like tossing away a piece of my history. Yeah, I totally get that. But with that mindset, it becomes really hard to let things go. The truth is, it's not like that at all. Letting go of things is actually a process of uncovering your true self. Not like losing a part of yourself. Yeah, right now, you already own a lot of things. There's probably a bunch of stuff you don't need. These things create noise, making it harder for you to see your true self. That's the reality. The act of letting go is about stripping away that noise. In other words, by keeping only what truly sparks joy in you right now, you discover your true self, your unique style, the real you. That's what letting go of things is really about. Second, letting go of things is a grand experiment. I mentioned earlier that letting go of things helps you find your unique style. But this process doesn't just happen in one go. For example, just because you've done the KonMari method once doesn't mean that's the end. Yeah, it'll bring you closer to your ideal life, but one round won't give you the perfect version of your style. It's like one big experiment. You need to let go of things over and over again and sometimes accept new things to truly understand what you really need. For example, my summer wardrobe from 3 years ago looked like this. I used to wear slim fit pants, but now it looks like this. I've switched to a more Aladdin style because they are loose and super comfortable. I feel so much more freedom. On top of that, somehow these pants actually go well with the kimono. Yeah, this is the optimal style I've finally found through consistent experimentation. Sure, I've thrown away things I didn't need to, or bought things I shouldn't have. Yeah, honestly, there were a lot of mistakes. A lot. But that's okay. It's all part of your experiment. You never know unless you try, right? So, try things out and see what works for you. Third, letting go of things is a positive act. People who struggle to reduce things often have negative mindset about it. I have to live with less and just endure it. Or, I need to save money, so I guess I'll have to cut back. But no. It just brings a sense of inferiority. The purpose of letting go should always be positive. You're reducing your possessions to make your life more free, simple, and enjoyable, right? You are not forced to give up your things. You could keep them, but you're choosing to let them go because it's a step toward living your ideal life. Yeah, letting go of things is always a positive choice. Fourth, objects and memories are two different things. I often hear people say, I can't let go of sentimental items or keepsakes. I know. I get it. These things can be really hard to part with. Why? Because we attach a lot of memories to them, right? And memories come with a whole lot of emotions. That's why it can feel like you're not throwing things away, not just the item, but the memories and emotions. But think about it. Where do these memories and emotions really exist? Where? Are they in the item? They are inside you. They live in your heart. So, even if you let go of things, your memories remain with you. So you can let go of the item. It's okay. I personally let go of many sentimental items over the years. Gold medals from sports competitions, love letters, keepsakes from my grandfather. Yeah, at first I felt sad, of course. But even after I let them go, the memories stayed just as clear in my mind. Another great thing that happened, I stopped being so attached to the past. I felt a huge sense of relief, like a heavy weight had been lifted off my shoulders. So yeah, I know you're sad, but please give it a try. But don't force it, let go when you feel ready. Fifth, someday never comes. I don't use this right now, but I might need it someday. This is one of the common phrases people use when they can't let go of things. I used to say it all the time too, but in my experience, that someday almost never comes. 95% of the time, it doesn't happen. So if you're not using it right now, it's totally fine to let it go. But what if it's in the 5%? Aki, in that case, you could buy it again. Remember, letting go of things is like a big experiment. Those kinds of mistakes happen. Yeah, the key is just try it out and you'll learn more and more about yourself. Sixth, money and things are separate. This outfit, I don't use it anymore, but it was expensive, so I can't throw it away. I bet someone somewhere in the world is saying that right now. I know, I've said it before. I once had a favorite expensive coat. It cost about 30,000 yen, roughly $200, which was a lot of money for younger me. I used it for about 5 years, but eventually I stopped wearing it. Then came the question, should I get rid of it? But I couldn't. It was expensive. I'd open my closet, see the coat, and hesitate again. And again, I couldn't bring myself to throw it away. Every time I looked at my closet, I wasn't seeing the coat. I was seeing 30,000 yen. But then one day, I came across these words. It doesn't matter if it's expensive or cheap. If it's something you don't need, it's still unnecessary. Keeping it won't bring the money back. I was like, whoa, that really hit me. So I decided to finally let it go. Well, technically, I donated it. And you know what? I felt so much lighter. The stress of that 30,000 yen sitting in my closet was gone. Plus, I felt so good knowing I donated it so that someone who really needs it can use it instead. No matter how expensive something is, if you don't need it now, it's better to let it go. Seventh, it's okay to let go of gifts. I can't throw away gifts. This is a common struggle I hear about too. Technically, once you've received a gift, it's yours, and you can do whatever you want with it. But I totally understand feeling bad about letting it go, because you don't want to hurt the giver's feelings. Is that right? This is where Komaru's mindset really helps. A gift is meant to deliver the sender's feeling, more than the actual item. Yeah. What's important is to accept the feelings behind the gift and say, thank you. And the moment you receive the gift, that exchange is already complete. So it's okay to let go of the gift afterward. For me, whenever I let go of a gift, I always say thank you for the joy you gave me. And then I part with it. Eighth, small steps are totally fine. The Komaru method, it's famous and I like it too. But it definitely takes a lot of energy and time. Yeah, cleaning doesn't have to be such a big deal. Komaru method is fine, but also small steps are totally okay too. Yeah, just 5 to 10 minutes a day is enough. The key is to keep at it daily. The best time? In the morning. If you wait until the evening, after work, you probably say, I'm tired. Then you might skip it. So do it first thing in the morning. Yeah, start with the areas you use the most. For example, a drawer. Yeah, it's quick and you feel great. Yeah, tidy up, feeling good, move to another place and tidy up, feeling good. Those small steps will bring your space to your ideal room. Eighth, letting go of heavy things will lighten your heart. Yeah, the weight of your possessions is inversely related to how light you feel inside. I realized this during my bicycle journey. For example, when my bicycle was loaded with a ton of stuff, it made everything more exhausting. My mood would drop and I'd start thinking, oh, this is heavy, I'm so tired. But when I reached my destination and unloaded everything, cycling suddenly felt like a breeze. Oh, this is so light, I could go anywhere. I'm sure you can imagine that feeling, right? Now, what if I told you this also happens even when you are not physically carrying things? You might think, what? I mean, just seeing heavy objects can affect how you feel. For example, I used to have this big and heavy desk. Just seeing it feels kind of heavy, right? But I replaced it with a lightweight bamboo desk. Doesn't your mood feel a little lighter? In my experience, letting go of heavy items can lighten your mood. Is there any heavy sitting around your room right now? If so, why not try letting it go and see how it makes you feel? 10th, an empty space deserves respect. Sometimes when people see a minimalist room, they might say, it looks so empty, kind of sad. But actually, it's the empty space we should truly respect. Why? Because it creates room for mental clarity and peace. Take a look at traditional Japanese paintings. For example, there's often a lot of empty space, but that emptiness creates depth and a sense of openness. Doesn't it also help your mind feel calm? Or think about a tea room. There's always empty space. It's the empty space that allows you to relax. An empty space plays an important role in giving your mind room to breathe. So yes, an empty space deserves your respect. Okay, so which mindset did you like the most? If you want to know more about this topic, I made a bunch of these videos relating to this topic. So please check these out. I really hope this video helps you on your journey towards your ideal simple life. And of course, I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye!